Wish you a good day, everyone. I'm here to speak on the topic drug abuse. Drug, as we all know, are illegal matter which some people smoke, inject, drink for the mental and physical effect that leaves. Drug abuse is the use of certain chemical for the purpose of creating pleasure effect on brain. The people who deal in the selling of drugs are mainly targeting students for their business. Boredom, peer pressure, social anxiety, curiosity to try new substance, lack of emotional, mental support, and disorder in the family are some of the common reasons for students to use it. 26 June is celebrating as International Day Against Drug Abuse, and this day aims to attain global support to get rid of drug abuse for the whole world. The current world population is 7.9 billion and there are 190 million plus drug users. According to MHA, in India, 3000 plus people are dying due to the overdose of drug. Alcohol, cocaine, opioids, cannabis, inhalants, club drugs are most common used drugs. Drug addicts are so crazy that even in the pandemic and during lockdown in our state, alcohol addicts were drink sanitizer just because of the reason it contained alcohol. Opioid abuse is the leading cause of accidental death. The treatment option may include chemical dependence treatment program, detoxification, behavioral therapy, etc. In drug rehabilitation center, they gave a new life, but many cases it include high cost. Also, there are cases where the drug rehabilitation centers fail due to the worse condition of that patient. So never fall in such substance and save our future. I am concluding my words by saying drug abuse should be absolute no for all. Save world, save health. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Fatima Shaifa K from 10th L. As we all know, June 26 is the day to fight against the illicit drug abuse. And collectively, the drug use kills 3 lakhs people each year. Over 2% of the world population has an alcohol or illicit drug addiction. The word drug, when it comes to one's mind, is taken in a negative sense as it is often misused. The drug is a substance that can cause the death of an organism if taken more than the dosage. Nowadays, drug addiction is a severe problem around the whole world, and the major victims are the youngsters and students. Because in those age they don't care about their health or future. First, slowly the drug addiction starts through a small smoking habit, but when you are addicted, you may not be able to control your drug use and you may continue using the drug. You may want to quit, but most people find they can't do it on their own. Not everyone who uses drugs becomes addicted, but for many, it ends with death. And there are so many health problems caused by drug addiction, such as stroke, mental confusion, and brain damage, lung disease, problems with memory, attention, and decision makings, which make daily living more difficult. And it is also harm to organs and systems in your body, such as your throat, stomach, lungs, liver, pancreas, heart, brain, and nervous system. And the drug use was a major cause for cancer, such as lung cancer from inhaling drugs. So please don't spoil your life by drugs. And it is our duty as a responsible citizen of our country not to misuse the drugs as it will cost us our lives, and follow the rules and regulations of the government appropriately. If we see any such crime, we should immediately report it to the nearest police station. And when we fight against drugs, we are fighting for a good future. So stand against drug abuse and say no to drugs together. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all. It's me, Ria Fatima K from 10th year. As we all know, June 26th is the day we consider to fight against drug abuse. More than 20% of world population is addicted to drugs, and the sad part is most of them are youngsters. It begins with smoking one or two small simple cigarettes and ends in using more toxic substances which completely cause harmless to us both mentally and physically. There are two types of drugs. One is a savior and other is a killer. In other words, one is legal and other is illegal. The legal drugs are the ones which we use in our daily life to cure our ailments like headaches, stomachache, cold, etc. It is very useful and I don't believe anyone will be here who haven't used it at least for once in a lifetime. And there are illegal drugs which can completely destroy a human being. It makes its user lose his sense and forgets everything. In physically, it causes cancer, lung diseases, heart diseases, etc. And in mentally, it causes several disorders like hyperactivity disorders, anxiety disorders, etc. Once it gets inside us, it will start to grow slowly like a plague and kills a human from inside. There are plenty of organizations like World Health Organization, National Institute on Drug Abuse, etc. and several strictly punished laws to control the rate of drug users. But it cannot be controlled unless we control it ourselves. Drug sellers mainly put their eyes on students, mainly the age period between 14 to 21, because in this age period we are more careless about our health and fall into many traps. So this makes them easier to draw our attention towards them. Once we start using it, it won't be that easy to stop using it. My dear friends, we are the hope of tomorrow. We are the future of this whole world. What will be our future if it's filled with deadly diseases and senseless people? No, we cannot let those drugs ruin our future. So, let's say no to drugs together. Thank you.
Hi friends, I am Mahir from 10th L. Today, I am talking about drugs abuse. Drugs take you to hell, disguised as heaven. This statement defines the meaning of drugs accurately in one single line. You might think that not everyone takes drugs, but surprisingly, this has become a lifestyle of some people. What exactly are drugs? Drugs are substances or a combination of substances that can alter the state of your mind in a way that you cease to see the reality about what's happening with your life. This is most common reason for taking drugs most of the youngsters today. What drugs do is change the basic way of your body or mind. As mentioned above, there are many different reasons why a person could want to take drugs. One of the frequent reasons is the curiosity to see what happens. The peer pressure makes you do things just to see how they work, and before you know, you are hooked up. Thank you.
National Day Against Drug Abuse and Drug Trafficking is used as a day to stimulate a sense of responsibility among people around the world, especially youngsters and teenagers. Events are organized in schools, colleges, workplaces, public spaces around the world to make people aware of the whole issue and the dangers of drug and their use. The UN, with the aid of its anti-drug abuse arm, the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime (UNODC), spreads awareness, urges governments to avoid stimulating the narco-economy and deal with the illegal trafficking of drugs in the disguise of legal pharmaceutical business. Around 269 million people used drugs worldwide in 2018, which is 30% more than in 2009, while over 35 million people suffer from drug use disorders according to the latest World Drug Report.
Almost every literate person is aware of the disadvantages of drug these days, but the use of drug is not getting low. Millions of people around the world are in depression due to the drug abuse, but they are unable to quit consuming drugs. COVID-19 has brought unpredictable public awareness on health, protective measures for staying healthy, and most importantly, and on protecting each other. A growing sense of global community and solidarity continues to emerge, as does the need to ensure healthcare for all. The World Drug Day is a day to share research findings, evidence-based data, and life-saving facts to continue tapping into a shared spirit of solidarity. The campaign invites everyone to do their part by taking a firm stance against misinformation and unreliable sources while committing to share only the real science-backed data on drugs and save lives.